Hello, today I'll be solving the 2019 AP Calculus BC free response question, number 3. So the continuous function is defined on the closed interval from -6 to 5. The figure above shows portion of the graph of f consisting of two line segment and quarter of a circle centered at the point 5 and 3. It is known that the point 3 minus the square root of 5 is on the graph of f. Okay. And A here is asking for integral of f of x from -6 to -2, and it gives us the value of integral from -6 to -5. To +5. So we can set the equation up like this. Since we don't need everything from -2 to -5 in here, so all we gotta do is subtract it from this. And by the way, this is given, it's equal to 7. So -6, -2 f of x equals 7 minus, and for this, all we have to do is find the area here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is 1/2. Let me zoom in. Okay. This triangle, this is too thick. It's 1/2 an area. This down here is 3/4. This right here is 9/4. And this, so it's a square. I'm trying to find the area here, which is a circle. So it's the square minus the volume of circle, which is, or a quarter of a circle, 9π/4. Since we know this is 1, 2, 3, it's 9π/4 because it's a quarter of it. Now all we have to do is plug it in here. It'll be 1/2 minus 3/4 plus 9/4 plus 9 minus 9π/4. And if you do all the calculations, it should come out as 9π/4 minus 1.75. Can't really do anything about the pi, and so this is the answer for A. Now B, evaluate integral of 2 times prime x plus 4 dx. So yep. So I guess we can simply just integrate it first because we already know everything. Integral of f prime f x is f prime, and then 2 is just there, plus 4x, and then from 5 to 3. And all we have to do now is plug it in. So we can look at the graph and plug in the values. So f of 5 here is 0. So it is 0 times 2 plus 5 times 4, which is 20, minus then f of 3, 1, 2, 3, oh, never mind, that's given here. So it's 3 minus root -5. So 3 minus root -5 times 2 plus 4 times 3. And if you do the calculation, it comes out as 20 minus 6 plus 2 root 5 minus 12 is 2 plus 2 root 5. That's the answer. Then going to C, the function g is given by g of x equals negative integral of -2 to negative x for f of t. Find the absolute maximum value on the interval from -2 to 5. So f is the g of prime in this case. So we're going to need to run a candidate test here, or find all the candidates first. So g theta of g prime of x, which is f of x, is equal to 0 at 2, 3 points, and there's the 2 more critical values because we have to include endpoints, which is -2, -1, 0 or 1/2, and 5. But we know that for candidates, we know -1 and 5 are only candidates, since for negative 1, the g prime of x is equal to 0. That's basic for critical point, and it goes from positive to negative. And for x equals 5 is a endpoint, and it ends at a positive slope. And now we actually have to check the values of this, so you actually got to integrate it from -2 to -1 of f of x. So this is what g of x equals. And as you can see, we already found the values up here, so all we have to do is plug it in. So we already found this, so it's 1/2, and then same thing, g of 5 is -2 to 5 f of x dx. I meant to say t here. It's kind of important you say t, because you can use x twice, sort of. And that is 11 minus 9 pi over 4. Yep. And yeah, so g of 5 is greater than g of -1. So there is max, root max, when x equals 5. And now d, find limit of 10 to the x minus 3 f prime of x divided by f of x minus arctangent x. So we can just plug it in. So 10 to the 1 is 10, minus 3 times f prime of 1. It's right here. The slope is 1/2. So 3 times 1 over 2 over, no, I meant to say slope is 2, not 1/2, my bad, over f of 1. F of 1 is 1. And arctangent of 1, so a value that you have to plug in order for a tangent to become 1, sine over cosine. So sine x is equal to cosine x at 45 degrees, so it's pi over 4. Yeah, so this is what we get, and we can simplify it a little bit more. 6. So this is equal to 6 over 4 over 4 minus pi, which is equal to, this is 4, so it's 16 over 4 minus pi.